Well, hi, everybody. Welcome to ZTV Live. Today's Tuesday, November 24th. I'm Susan Mulligan-Fleischman, and I'm so glad that you're joining us tonight. Our guest tonight is Audrey, the communications specialist at the Animal Welfare League of Alexandria. She's here for our monthly visit, the Alexandria's animals that we got to see yesterday. So you'll meet some of the wonderful animals. I want to give a quick shout out to my nephew, Brian Wilson. He's 40 years old today. Happy birthday, Brian. Without further ado, I am going to go ahead and bring Audrey Alessi on the screen. Audrey, hello, and welcome to ZTV Live.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming on. We were together yesterday at at the Animal Welfare League and meeting some of the wonderful animals. And it must be. How long have you worked there? I know that you're new to ZT Live from the Animal Welfare League. Normally we have Gina Harder in, but I know that you're stepping in for her tonight, and we're so happy to have you here. You've always been there when we've been filming, so that's really been nice to get to know you.
Yeah, it's great to be on. Gina loves talking about animals. I love talking about animals. Get one of us started. We will happily talk about animals all day.
It's true. You guys do such a good job, and you always do a wonderful job of really getting right to their personalities and letting us know about them and their likes and dislikes and where they came from. And I'm always impressed by how you guys can get to know them so well, and even as they're kind of distracting you as you're talking, you can still kind of stay on message. I know I was going to say that afterward, but it's really an impressive, I believe, a gift that you guys have. But you did say that it takes a little bit of work.
It does, and it's really not just us. It's not that we spend all this time with each individual animal, but our whole team does. Our staff does, our volunteers do, and together we all build an understanding and learn more about the animals, and that helps us make their time with us more comfortable, but that's also information we pass along to adopters. So it's really something we emphasize while they're with us, getting to know them as much as possible. So that way, anyone who's checking them out can experience them like we've been experiencing them.
Yeah, well, it's really great, and it really, I guess when you're looking to adopt an animal, you do want to know so much more about them. I remember when we were going to adopt my dog, the gal I was talking to had been her foster mom for 3 weeks or something, and she really again was able to tell me so much about her personality and her likes and dislikes, and she's very shy and skittish, and 12 years later she's exactly still the same way. She's still kind of shy, still a little skittish. I mean, she's happy at home, but she was really exactly as the foster mom had described her, which I always still kind of crack up about. I mean, I guess dogs don't change, just like people really don't change.
And it depends on the dog too, but fosters especially, since they are interacting with an animal in that home environment. Whether it's a dog, whether it's a cat, we have small animal fosters as well. It's just such a more one-on-one relationship that you get to know that animal a little bit better. And shelters are busy environments, so we keep our animals as de-stressed as possible, but there's still a lot going on. So we always like to say, as animals settle into a home routine, you get little bits of their personality out a little more each day, right?
Yeah.
As you learn more about them. But our fosters especially do such a great job learning about animals, sharing about them with adopters. So it's a really special relationship that they have.
Yeah, that sure is. And thank you for pointing out that distinction. That really is, the fosters really do such a wonderful job. It's almost like a vocation, I think, the fostering
It really is.
of the animals. It is. Well, let's get right down to our first animal that we met. And he was just a sweet guy, Andrea. And so why don't we go ahead to the video, and then I'll come back with you and we can chat about him a little bit right afterward. Okay, here comes Andrea. Here comes Andrea. Hey, here we are at the animal shelter, one of our favorite places to be, with our Audrey Alessi, the communications specialist here at the Animal Welfare League of Alexandria. And you're going to introduce us to Andrea?
Yes, this is Andrea.
Andrea,
I don't think he really minds. Andrea is about 11 years old, so he's a senior cat, which is perfect because November is actually Adopt a Senior Pet Month.
Oh.
even though we only have a couple days left, we still have plenty of time to meet some of our senior animals here, maybe take one home if you're interested in adopting. But we've had a lot of senior pets go home this month, so it's been really great.
Hey, that's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah, like, can we open up the door and
Yeah, let's go meet Andrea. What do you think, Bud?
And it's a he? And his
Yes,
name's
he
Andrea?
is a he. I know. He came in with that name. He seems to like
he's
it just
vocal.
fine.
Hi, Andrea. How are you? He's beautiful.
Yes, he's very handsome. Everyone always tells him so.
Hi. And he's a senior, huh?
He is. He's 11 years old.
Oh, hi, Andrea.
He still likes to play a little bit, but I think
Boy.
mostly he just wants to cuddle and hang out with his friends.
Yeah. He doesn't look old, but I guess I don't really know what a old cat looks like. They're not like dogs do they get whiter on the
That's true.
muzzle and stuff.
They don't show it quite as much.
Mhm.
I think they nap a little bit more, play a little bit less, but even at 11 years old, cats have a lot of energy.
Yeah. Hi. You're sweet. Oh, can you come over and say hi? Is he a little bit like, oh my gosh, the door's open? Is this a little different?
We like to give our cats plenty of space to walk about and exercise. We keep them near their enclosure so they always have a safe space to return to, but oftentimes our volunteers will let them kind of walk a little bit and then guide them back in. See,
Yep.
Andrea knows, he knows
Yeah.
where his food is. I think that's the most important.
Well, that's great. Well, he's very sweet, very friendly.
Yes.
Anybody looking for a cat should definitely consider Andrea.
And we're also really excited because someone paid for Andrea's adoption fee. We have a program called Adopt It Forward, where you can adopt it forward for an animal and just, share a little love, even if maybe you're not ready to find your own best friend, but you can help another animal.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So we have these signs here for animals who've had Adopt It Forward. So thanks to Sean C. for paying Andrea's adoption fee.
Wow, thank you, Sean C. What a wonderful program that is. And if anybody was looking into perhaps donating to that program, they could find that on your website, right?
Exactly. Yeah. There's a nice search bar. Just put in Adopt It Forward. It's part of. We have a lot of holiday shopping options right now, which is what we call different gifts that you can buy that are a gift for your friends and family, but also a gift for animals here at the shelter.
What a wonderful idea. And it really helps people, especially in these days with the hands-off shopping, and that's a really meaningful gift that I think so many people would appreciate.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow, that was he was a really sweet cat. My daughter's looking for a cat. I might have to tell her about Andrea.
Yeah, no, he's one of my favorites right now. Don't tell the others, but he's just so sweet and affectionate. He comes right up to you. I mean, that's what a lot of people want in a cat, I think.
Absolutely, and he had a cute little meow too. When he was and I did want to ask you about that Adopted Forward program. Is that something new? That is such a great idea.
That's actually something that we've been doing for quite a while, and it's always so popular. Just the idea that you can adopt it forward for an animal, pay their adoption fee, just as a little, pay it forward bit of goodwill for their future family. And it especially helps some of our senior animals like Andrea or some of our longer stay animals who've been with us a little bit longer. It's just one more little bit of goodwill from the community that people see when they're visiting with animals.
It's such a wonderful idea. And are people able to kind of just even chip away if they can't cover the whole adoption fee? Can they, make a donation and say, I want this to go toward, that Adopted Forward program?
We have done that at certain times. It can get a little bit tricky with the adoption fee, but our development team is always really great about asking donors, how do you want to make an impact? And then helping them plan their gift in the most impactful way based on what they want to do. Mm-hmm. So anytime someone has questions or about how to give, the best way to give, feel free to contact us, whether it's our email or our phone number, through Facebook, through Instagram. We're always happy to answer your questions.
That's terrific. And it's alexandriasanimals.org, right?
AlexandriaAnimals.org.
Okay, AlexandriaAnimals.org. I realized that I forgot to put that up, but during the next video, I'm going to fix that and I'm going to put that up there. So let's go to our next star of the day. Actually, and this is a double billing. This is 2 for the price of 1. We actually have 2 of those tonight, but the first one we're going to go to the turtles, and I believe it's peach and cola, right?
Princess Peach. Don't forget that princess on the front. Very
Thank you.
important.
Thank you for setting me straight. Princess Peach and Cola, which makes me feel like they come from the South, but maybe that's just, don't they sound like Southern names maybe? Peach
They
does, of
do.
course. Yeah,
I
and
could
Cola.
get that vibe. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for, you know, yeah, humoring me on that one. Okay, so without further ado, meet the turtles. Audrey, now we're looking at these two sizable turtles in this tub here. Can you tell us a little bit about these guys?
Yeah, so these are pretty big turtles, you're right. We have two female turtles in here. We have Princess Peach and we have Cola. And you can see Princess Peach is splashing a little bit because she's really excited. They're just begging for treats, of
I was
course.
going to say she's looking for those dried mealworms.
Exactly.
That's why the schnippings I know are like.
Yeah, so you can tell Princess Peach because I think she has a little more of a defined mustache up front. She's the one who's right at the front of the tank. I call her, she really is a princess. You see she's demanding her treats. She really expects to be treated like turtle royalty. And then Cola is a little shyer, but I find she's very fun to work with. When I was taking photos and videos of her, I was able to get her up in her basking spot, and she was posing really nicely. So I think she's ready to be Instagram or even TikTok famous, really.
Oh my gosh, TikTok, that would be perfect.
I know, right? So with the right best friend, I think both these ladies are very photogenic, so lots of potential.
And I wonder if Peach hasn't encouraged Cola to be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for, friendly.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they do that, right? Because she sees that Peach goes to the front and Peach gets the
Right.
the treats, and she says, "Well, I can do that
Yeah.
too."
And how old are these guys, girls?
Yeah, so they're both ladies. Cola is about 6 years old, and Princess Peach is about 7 years old.
Oh, wow. And I know you've told us before, but for the readers and for me to remember, how long, what's a turtle's lifespan?
Turtles can live quite a long time, especially when they're kept indoors in a safe environment and fed a healthy meal and healthy food. So quite a few years. I'd say these girls probably have 10 plus more years, but really turtles can live quite a while. So like we see with cats and dogs, they're living longer all the time the more we learn about them.
That's right. And the better care they get. And do people, are turtles animals that like to habitate with each other, to live together, or are they okay living alone? Do they have a preference?
It depends. Every turtle is different. So Cola and Princess Peach came to us around the same time. So we thought that could be a good opportunity to introduce them to a pool together to keep each other company. Unlike Miss Pibb, who we met last time, she'd been here a while and been enjoying her own space. So we didn't want to bring a new turtle in, and that might cause stress. But
Right.
since these two girls were introduced to a new space at the same time, it was a good opportunity for them to have, someone to share the space with.
Boy, they really are busy.
Yes,
Their legs
very
are constantly
active.
going. I wonder if they need some treats.
We can probably arrange for that. Let me go grab some.
Okay.
Okay, we have a couple of these freeze-dried mealworms. Ooh, not too many.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
here you go.
Oh. The other one got it. Come here, Peach. Here. There you go. Good girl. Oopsie. These guys remind me of my kids waiting for a. Uh-oh. Did they ever take it out of your hands? No, right? That's probably not smart.
I haven't tried to get too close. Often they'll be hand shy, but they do kind of have a grabbing action with their mouth, so dropping it's probably your best bet.
Yeah, I think so too. Those are just little crumbs.
I'm sure they'll still enjoy them.
Yeah. Yeah. Aww. Turtles are fascinating animals.
They are so much personality, and the more time you spend with them, the more you get to know them, just
Yeah.
like any other pet.
And they're just so, other reptiles, but they look so prehistoric. But I guess all reptiles do, really, don't they? I guess.
Turtles are probably the ones that I spent the most time up close with, so that's. But
Yeah.
I imagine so.
Yeah. All right, that's it for today. That's it for today, girls. We'll see you next time. And they can go outside of the water too?
They can. I don't know how well. Hard to say.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just wondering.
Not quite sure.
All right. Bye, guys. See you next time. Thanks for coming out of your shell. Okay, so those were the turtles, and excuse everybody, the sound was off a little bit. My mic kept flipping over next to inside my shirt, and so my sound got muffled every once in a while. But the turtles really are fascinating. It is just, you could really just watch them. I mean, do you find yourself just kind of watching them swim and interact?
I do try to spend a little bit of time with turtles. Turtles are one of those pets that I really didn't know very well before joining the Animal Welfare League of Alexandria, so it's a cool opportunity to get to know them more. But yeah, no, they're really fun to watch swim around, and of course they're always coming right up for you for a treat, so they're very engaging.
They are very engaging, and I agree. I didn't know that much about turtles until I met Schnookums. Was the first one I think I've had the longest relationship with so far. But they are surprisingly, and this is just ignorant on my part, but they're just surprisingly in tune with their environment and with people.
Mm-hmm. Just like any pet, they form a relationship with their people, and that bond is really what makes having a pet so special.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that you had said that you had looked up a little bit about how long a turtle can live, right?
Yes. So Schnookums and Cola are about 6 and 7 years old. But some pet turtles can live up to 30 to 40 years, which is a big commitment for a lot of pet owners. But there's also many, many families who have pet turtles, and they find it very enriching, and they love caring for them. And what's great about our shelter is that Schnookums was adopted, but Princess Peach and Cola and even Pib have as long as they need until their future family comes along.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. And there was also something, and I don't know if we talked about it on the video, but we were talking about, and you were talking about their shell, and that it really is just part of their. It's not really a skeleton. It's not really a separate part of their body. It's just integral to their anatomy. And
right. So they can tuck in when they need to, but just like any part of their body, you're right. It's a bone. It's part of their body, and it's part of how they experience the world.
Wow. So that they don't really want clothes on it because it needs to, have the air flow through, just like skin, really. Although, I mean, we can wear clothes, but the turtle, do they breathe through that or no?
I don't think so, but we do recommend the only stickers you should put on a turtle shell are emojis on your phone, nothing in real life.
Okay, that's good advice. You guys have an answer for everything. I just love that. You guys you fielded so many questions that you're like, okay, how can we put this so people can remember what to do and what not to do? That's very helpful. Yes, and actually, Mary Wadlin just popped in. Mary Wadlin was our surprise guest that day. She happened to come with us to the shelter, and you could kind of see her standing there in the background a little bit. So it's always wonderful when Mary can come and grace us with her presence. So let's go to our next pair of animals, Baby, and Cherry. And these are a couple of guinea pigs, and then we and Gina Harder, the director of marketing communications, actually introduced us to Babe and Cherry. So let's go to that right now. Hi, this is Betty.
These are Cherry and Baby. So these lovely ladies are a 2-year-old pair of bonded guinea pigs, and I know we've talked about what it means to be bonded, but for these girls it means that they have lived together their entire lives. They are absolutely best friends. They make each other more confident and more comfortable, and they definitely want to go to the same home together. So we are looking to help them find that. So you can see here, Cherry, she kind of matches her name. She's the little reddish-brown one in the back here, red and brown and white. And then you can't quite see Baby as much. She is in her little hidey hole right now, although she looks like she's peeking out.
Yep.
She says, oh wait, is the camera on me? Let me make sure they get my best angle.
Did I hear my name? I'm ready for my close-up.
So we do like to provide guinea pigs and other small animals with kind of hidey areas like this castle. A lot of times things can startle them. They can be a little easily frightened, and we want to make sure they have a place where no matter where they are, they feel safe. And so that's what Baby's doing in there. She's just kind of finding her zen in her castle. And we actually have one for each of them, but right now we're cleaning the other ones. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, so we have some snacks here. I'm just going to reach over here. Now, guinea pigs have, you can see here, these pellets is very specific. Oh, can you see? They hear this. Look at them.
Hi, guys.
So their normal diet is these pellets that you see in here, and those are very healthy. They are designed specifically for what guinea pigs want to eat. But for them, what we think of as our vegetables is snacks for them.
Oh, that's great.
We try and find, it's a special treat, but it's something that we try and give them a little something fresh every day. Apples, fruits, vegetables. You can see some remnants of some blackberries in there that they maybe didn't notice. So I'm going to toss one in there for baby. And Sherry, I'm going to toss this back here. And I don't know if carrots are their favorite, so we'll see. Right now it doesn't even seem like baby noticed that I tossed that right in front. Oh, there she goes.
Oh,
there she goes.
Got it. Yep.
We'll give Cherry a minute. She knows we're watching her. Maybe she's playing it cool a
Yeah,
little bit. She's
yeah.
like, no, I'll eat it when I'm ready. But you can see in the castle, baby's enjoying her. And this is dessert for them. So if you're ever looking for a way, I guess, to get their kids to eat their vegetables, just tell them, this is guinea pig dessert right here. This is what the guinea pigs want every day.
That's so funny. Here, she's looking for it. Oh,
There
she's
she
almost
goes.
there. Oh, she got it. Good girl.
And then on top of that, you can also see that they have some hay over there. Hay is both something that they nest in, but they like to chew on. Most rodents, which is what these guys are, do like to chew on things. It helps keep their teeth at the right level. It helps keep them flat. They are vegetarians and like to chew. Uh-oh, we might have carrot wars here.
Yeah, I can see that. Boy, Cherry just got that carrot down.
she knew that baby was coming. But we do like to give them a variety of things here that are going to help meet their diet needs, as well as, like I said, they like to kind of nest around in the hay.
Yeah, and they don't really burrow in it, but they do like to kind of maybe snuffle in it sometimes.
Exactly. With some of our smaller rodents, things like mice and rats and hamsters, they do sometimes nest more in it. For mice, you can get, bedding that's this high, and you'll see the mouse down at the bottom there. And you just see their little nose up against the aquarium. It's really cute, but they do like to, whether it's hiding, whether it's nesting, it's just kind of normal activity for them. And we do have animals, like I said, like guinea pigs, like hamsters, like our turtles that we met every day here at the Animal Welfare League of Alexandria, because we're an open access shelter. And what that means is any animal that comes to us from within the jurisdiction, from within the city of Alexandria, we will take them in. So occasionally animals will come to us where we may not be able to find the right homes for them in the city if they're not necessarily legal. Things like livestock, like fowl, like we had a duck come in a couple months ago, and we knew that duck couldn't live in the city, so we found an alternative placement in a place that they'd still be able to be a pet, but in a locale that they would be able to stay. But otherwise, any animal that comes to us, we will take them in, and our goal is, of course, to find all of these wonderful animals, wonderful homes.
Yeah. And you guys do find them all wonderful homes.
Well, we certainly hope so. And so right now, these two girls are waiting, so if anybody is thinking that guinea pigs would be right for them, we have a beautiful pair for them right here.
Aw, they really are sweet.
Yeah. So we do find with guinea pigs, and especially with rabbits, some people do actually let them supervised around the house. It really depends on the type of animal, their level of sociability, their level of comfort. We do want to make sure that no matter what, if you're getting guinea pigs, they have housing at least as big as this. This is going to give them room to run around, to explore, to have their little hidey holes if they need it. But as you learn more about your guinea pig and their level of comfort and sociability, you may find that, they want to join you for movie night. They want to sit on your lap and watch you eat popcorn.
And then, they just, they're going to get that nice love, tactical petting, and, kind of companionship.
Exactly. Every animal is an individual, and every animal is going to want to hang out in your house a little bit differently, and we're not exactly sure how these two ladies, what they're looking for. They're shy at first, but you can see they're out and about, and they're exploring right now. So, once they get comfortable, who knows what's next for them.
Yeah. Well, when we first came in here, you could see one of baby was in there, and Cherry wanted to kind of come in there, and they looked like they were really going around in a circle. Do they play in there too?
Sometimes they do. I think they're sisters. They're just like sisters, and they're 2 years old, and they have things they want. The treats, they want the house, they want to play, and some of it is just a game too.
Yeah.
They do love to play. They are animals who like to do fun things. We have you can see we have the bell in there. We have paper towel tubes. These are all things to keep them interested, to keep their minds busy.
And do they still like to go in a wheel, or is that for a smaller? These guys are kind of big for a wheel.
Yeah, these
now.
guys are a little big. Normally you're thinking about like a rat or a mouse or a hamster or something like that. And when we do have those smaller animals, we do try and provide them with that level of entertainment, as long as it's one that's, safe for them.
Well, that's great. Well, I think these guys would make a wonderful, wonderful addition to any family looking for a self-contained pet, and certainly to get two for the price of one, so to speak.
Exactly. You have built-in best friends, and they already have a built-in best friend too.
Right. And they're very sweet.
Yeah, they're very sweet girls, and we can't wait for them to find their right person or people.
Excellent. They're a loving family that's a good fit.
Exactly.
Yay. Yep, they're a loving family that's a good fit. So they were very sweet girls, and Gina was explaining that they're a bonded pair. So you guys do want them to kind of go to one home together.
Yeah, so we have we quite often get bonded pairs of animals at our shelter. Baby and Cherry are one of them. We also have a bonded pair of cats right now, which basically means we think that they would be very upset if we did split them up. They did find different homes. And so these animals find homes together, and a lot of adopters, that's something they're looking for, right? They might not have any pets, and they say, well, a pair of guinea pigs that are already friends with each other, who will keep each other entertained, keep each other company, and then I just get to join in the fray. That's exactly what they're looking for.
Right. But the turtles were those could be separate. Miss Princess Peach and Cola, they're not a bonded pair, are they?
Correct. So they're not a bonded pair, but we do think they enjoy cohabitating together, as long as they're given enough space, individual attention, things like that. Often cats sometimes will cohabitate at our shelter too, just because it might be a social cat who enjoys the company of other cats, but it could be that cat, it could be a cat you already have at home. So again, it just goes back to, we take the time to learn as much about these animals as we can and provide them with a nice environment while they're with us.
Well, it certainly is a nice environment. I mean, the love is showered on those animals. It's such a great place. I love to, when we do our visits there, because it's great to see the animals, and I could listen to you and Gina talk about them all day, really. You guys just have such a lovely gift for them. We do have one final animal that we're going to showcase here tonight, and her name is Bitsy Spaghetti, which I just love. My mom's name was Betty, so Bitsy Spaghetti has and my mom made a lot of spaghetti, so she has a special place in my heart already, and I can't wait to introduce her to you. So here is Bitsy Spaghetti. Hi, this is Bitsy Spaghetti. Is there a better name than Bitsy Spaghetti? Hi. Oh, you're so soft and pretty.
It's so funny because one of our volunteers had said they think she's the softest dog that they've ever met. Isn't she just lovely?
She
yes.
is. Yes, you're so.
Right now, she's just kind of exploring the space a little bit. Hey, baby. She is about 1 year old, which means she's full grown as a dog, but I feel like personality-wise and energy-wise, she's still got that teenager exuberance. So we have her as a terrier mix. It's hard to know. She came to us from another shelter that they didn't have her full information. So she could be a wide variety of breeds. And I know we kind of talked about before, when dogs are mixes of breeds, what that means for their personality is, not a lot, honestly. You might think of, oh, hey, Betty. You might think of one breed as having certain characteristics or another breed of having certain characteristics. But by the time you have a dog that's kind of mixed, they're just their own animal.
Yeah.
So Bitsy Spaghetti here certainly has her own personality.
I know, Bitsy
It's
Spaghetti.
sweet and loving. And the funny thing is, what you're not seeing, hi boo boo, is the bounciness. Like, she is normal. Oh, are we climbing in my lap? Maybe we're gonna bounce now.
Well, she's like, okay, I know you.
And I
Where's
have the
my
hot
place of
dogs.
comfort?
I have the hot dogs.
Oh, you're so sweet, Bitsy Spaghetti.
She is, yes. So, oh, you climbing?
It's a friend named Meatball.
So Bitsy Spaghetti has met dogs here at the shelter. We do recommend, if somebody is looking to adopt her and they have another dog, that they meet first, and that's an opportunity that we offer here. Especially, oh, now we're getting excited, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I told you she was going to be exuberant and bouncy. But we always, I was just about to give you a hot dog. You definitely earned it. But when dogs are larger, they're more energetic. We just love to give them a chance to meet first, just to see, like people, how they get along with each other,
Right.
how they do. So that's what
I
we'd
don't
be
have any
asking for
treats, so you
Betty.
just kind of say hi to me. And I love your little white shirt down here, your little white tie.
It's kind of her casual tuxedo. See, I don't even have to ask her to sit, and she takes treats really
I was
nicely
gonna say,
too.
good sit, Betty Spaghetti.
Would
Good
you like
sit.
to give her a couple treats?
Good sit, sure.
Hot dogs.
Sure.
That is
Who's that?
exactly. Oh, I don't have them.
Betty Spaghetti, look. Oh.
Now, is that a name you guys gave her? Or is it...
We didn't know. It came with her, but it just suits her so perfectly. How can you change a name from Betty Spaghetti? That's a visual marker we use when we're doing training and reinforcement with dogs. A lot of people will do clicker training. I don't have my clicker on me right now, but if you put clicker training, oh, Betty. The idea is that you give them something with a treat, and then they understand that means that, you know, something positive is going to happen if you do this thing. So for Betty, we tell her, she sits, you give her a treat and say yes, and she's like, I know. I told them you were going to be jumpy, and look, there you are. You want to come over?
Sit. Yes.
And you see, you know, she's smart, she's still young, she is energetic, and I think she's the type of dog who, if you were looking to do training, if you were looking Betty,
Sit. Yes.
you know, it would help not only with manners, learning when it's appropriate to jump and when it's not, but also, you know, seeing what other tricks she could learn. Maybe, do we know lay down? Can you sit? And down? Oh, you tried. I know. I should give you a treat for that. I should have had treats in my hand.
She's like, there's so much going on. Who has the treats?
But she's just so smart and so friendly. I think she could learn a lot if that was something that you were looking for.
And you said that she's only about a year old.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Believe it or not, like I said, full grown, but definitely still coming into her personality, definitely still coming into her energy level.
Exactly. And so she is available for adoption.
Yes, she is. And she is looking for a wonderful home, a place where she can learn, a place where she can make some new friends, and we want to help her find that. Come on, Bets.
And you said that she would do okay in a home with other dogs. You would want to meet them first.
Yeah, she has done well with other dogs here at the shelter. Exactly like you said, we want them to meet first just to see that they generally got along. And that's something that if you came to meet Betty Spaghetti and you were interested in doing so, we could set up time for you to do that with your dog. And you'd bring them here and they'd meet out in our yard under the supervision of our trained staff.
Seems like she would do well with a family, with, you know, with children.
Yeah, so I think, you know, we say for her older kids or older adults, sometimes with a big dog who doesn't know their own size, they can be a lot for the smallest kids. So again, Betty could also benefit from some manners training and some training to learn new tricks. And I think all of those things kind of go together.
Yeah, absolutely. That Betty Spaghetti, she really was sweet and such a beautiful coat. I mean, it really was quite noticeable how soft that coat was. So many times those dogs have kind of a more of a coarse hair, but hers was like almost like a puppy, still so soft.
She just feels like the softest velvet. Is amazing.
Yeah, and only 1 year old, and Gina indicated that, you know, she could use a little bit of training, and there's so many resources for getting help with training dogs and stuff. So if anybody is looking to foster a dog or to adopt a dog, more to the point, she would really be a wonderful choice. She's very friendly and very sweet, and you can see that she's eager to learn.
She's so smart, and she always knows who has the treats, and
She does.
She's really attentive. Yes, I think she'll be a very quick learner.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, we have some, you know, at the Zebra, we have lots of pet friends of dog trainers, as well as training classes and stuff that we're aware of. So, and I'm sure that you guys when offer trainers, or, you know, when somebody adopts a dog and is looking into trainer, how do you go about that?
Yes, we have a variety of resources. While animals are with us, our volunteers actually do a lot of the training and reinforcement. So we use clickers at the shelter. It's a great enrichment activity for the dogs. So they work on a lot of the basics while they're at the shelter with us. But after animals leave the shelter, we're always a resource for our adopters, but really for anyone in the community. We have a behavior hotline that's really just dedicated to things like this. Any question about a pet that you have at home, whether you adopted from us or not, we're happy to answer any behavior-related questions, things like that. And it's a really great resource because it helps keep helps keep pets with their families when they might not know, what does this behavior mean? How can I fix it? Because it might be a very easy fix, and that's something we're happy to help with.
Yeah, well, that's a wonderful resource, and it doesn't surprise me at all that you've already that you've thought all of these things through, and it's I would imagine it also provides a little peace of mind to the adopters, knowing if they have the questions and they need these resources, and you guys kind of have their back, because what you really most want to make sure is that it's a successful fit, and that the dog is, or the cat or the small animal or the turtle is happy in its with this new family, and that it's a good fit, and anything you can do to make it successful. You guys are on board.
Right.
Yeah.
And we
Well,
we tell adopters that all the time.
Well, that's good to know. And again, and so, coming into winter might be a good time to have a new pet to love in your home, somebody to take care of, especially since we're going to hunker down a little bit over the next several weeks, it looks like. But hopefully there's good news on the horizon in terms of our quarantining and isolating. So, Audrey, Alessi, thank you so much for your time tonight. What a pleasure it is to talk to you and learn more about these wonderful animals that you have in your care and that you're sharing with us on ZTV Live. We really appreciate it.
No, thank you. And thank you to everyone who tuned in to meet our adoptable animals. Maybe they'll see you at an adoption appointment soon.
Well, that would be fantastic. I hope they do. And we'll probably see you in another month or in the next time, but we'll be sure to let our viewers know when we get to go see you again. So again, thank you so much. Hold on, there's somebody somebody from the Animal Welfare League gave the behavior hotline is actually linked on the comment thing here. So if any viewers are watching, please go to the comments on this ZTV Live episode, and you can see it there. And it's right on your website. You can find it on the and that's alexandriaanimals.org is the website. So
Exactly.
Okay, Audrey, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks. Okay, so that is going to do it for our show this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Mary Wadland, for your joining us at the animal shelter. That was really great to see you there. Please tune right back in here tomorrow night. We're having a special Thanksgiving and food-themed episode of Trash or Treasure with Monica Schiavo. So definitely tune in right back here tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. And if I don't see you before then, have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe. Stay in touch with your loved ones via Zoom. But please, everybody stay safe and hunker down, and hopefully we'll be out of this sooner rather than later. Until then, remember to always be kind, and as much as you can, please be the good news in someone's life.